My aunt blamed me for my niece's mess, so I told her it's her responsibility, not mine.
It's your kid, not my kid.
I want to start by saying that I absolutely love my baby cousin Lily. She's one of my favorite people in the world, and I see her as more of a little sister than a cousin. But during a recent family gathering, things got a little tense, and I'm left wondering if I handled the situation poorly. By the way, this comes from Aztan on the r/OK storytime subreddit. So I'm 24, female, and a part of a large joint family with grandparents, aunts, uncles, and plenty of cousins. Since I work in another state, I only see everyone during the holidays or special events. Being the oldest of my generation, I've always been close to my younger cousins, especially Lily, who's just 4 years old. We have a 2-decade age gap, but I adore her and babysit whenever I can. She's very attached to me and even sees my mom as a second mother. Recently, I attended my younger brother's birthday party, a rare chance to relax and catch up with family after a stressful year. Lily was there, of course, and as the youngest cousin, she didn't have any playmates her age. Naturally, she gravitated towards me. She kept pulling me away from the table to join her games, and I happily played with her for a while. When it was time for dinner, I even fed her because she refuses to eat unless it's from her mom, my mom, or me. After making sure she was settled, I handed her off to my grandma so I could grab a plate of food and enjoy the meal. I honestly thought she'd nap or play outside in the garden, but when I came back, I found chaos.
No, not chaos.
Lily had pulled at the tablecloth, spilled several dishes, and created a huge mess.
She was just trying to do that magic trick. It just didn't work. She's not a professional magician. Give her a break.
We believe in you, Lily. She was crying because my aunt, her mother, had started scolding her, and the whole scene had become a disaster. Later, my aunt came up to me and in a very pointed tone said, I should have kept an eye on Lily. She implied that the mess was my fault, essentially blaming me for not watching her. I was so shocked that I didn't know how to respond at first. But then I told her, as calmly as I could, that Lily is not my responsibility. She is her mother, and it's ultimately her job to look after her. My aunt stormed off after that, and now my family group chats and calls are blowing up. My mom and grandparents are getting complaints about how disrespectful I was for speaking to my aunt that way. I didn't mean to cause any drama, but I genuinely feel like I did nothing wrong. I love Lily and always try to help out when I can, but I was hoping to enjoy this one event without being on babysitting duty the entire time. So now I'm wondering, am I the a-hole for standing up for myself, or should I have handled things differently? There's still a bit more, but what do we think so far?
That's her daughter. That's not your daughter. If she wants you to take care of her kid, then she can pay you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or like specifically ask you.
Right, like that can be something that's like discussed before her.
Like, hey, I need you to watch her during this time or blah, blah, blah.
I'm also like looking back now, she literally just handed her off to the grandma. So now the grandma's responsibility so that she could get food and eat her food. Is she not allowed to do that? Does she have to watch her kid above eating?
No.
You want her to starve for your kid?
Ridiculous. And also, why can't the grandma take care of her?
Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with the grandma then?
That's on the grandma, honestly.
Yeah, put it on her. But there is an update. OP says, hey everyone, thanks for all the advice and support. I'm back in my city now and things have finally calmed down after what feels like endless family drama. I'll start work tomorrow, so I thought I'd share an update on how everything unfolded. As I mentioned, my aunt had been calling and leaving messages nonstop after the incident. My mom, who is absolutely my superhero, told me to stand my ground and not give in to the pressure. Good on you, Mom. I love that mom advice. That's great.
Good mom. She knows how to parent her child.
There you go. She even stepped in to handle things herself. On Sunday, she went to my aunt's house and, according to my cousin Carl, fake name, tore her a new one. Apparently, my mom didn't hold back. She called out my aunt's behavior, her deadbeat husband, and her overly controlling parenting style.
Dang, man.
It turns out my aunt has been clashing with pretty much everyone in the family, collecting grudges like Pokemon cards. Dang. I hadn't realized how bad things had gotten since I've been away for work. Here's some context I learned later. Lily had a few health scares as a baby, which led my aunt to become a full-blown helicopter mom. She barely lets Lily out of the house unless it's to visit our family. Even her preschool is run by my uncle, my aunt's brother, and my aunt pulls her out of school whenever she feels like it. Ooh.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
According to Carl, Lily is lucky to have some freedom when she stays at our house, which explains why she's so attached to me and my mom. While my mom was handling my aunt, I had a beach day with my brother. It was just the two of us, and we had the best time eating ice cream and building sandcastles. It felt nostalgic, like revisiting our childhood memories of living by the coast. It also made up for not celebrating his birthday properly due to all the chaos. Monday was a relaxed day at home with my cousins. My grandma even brought Lily over so I could say goodbye before heading back. Getting her out of my aunt's house was apparently a battle in itself, but I'm so grateful I got to spend a few hours with her. She's such a joy, and I'll miss her terribly. Now for the funny bit. Carl called me shortly after I posted my original story. In his exact words, "Breaking out of prison, are we? Right behind you, sis." He's been jokes about the whole situation ever since, which has definitely lightened the mood. I guess just breaking out of the prison of the aunts.
Yeah, the aunt's control.
As for my aunt, she's still trying to stir up drama, but most of the family is on my side. Once the truth came out, it became clear that her accusations about me neglecting Lily were ridiculous. Everyone knows how much I adore Lily, and I've always been there for her when I could. By the way, we'll always be there for you with more episodes just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app and search OK Storytime.
Search it up.
There is a little bit more, but any little final thoughts?
It seems like everyone hates this aunt, so you're clearly not the a-hole.
That's always nice. I feel like there's so many stories where it's like, I'm not doing something wrong, but the whole family is against me now. And this is totally not the case.
You're not doing something wrong, and the whole family is with you.
There you go.
That's a win.
Absolutely. But there is a little bit more. After reading all the comments and advice, I've decided not to apologize. I would have considered it just to keep the peace, but she's blown this so far out of proportion that it's just not worth it. My mom has told her to stop acting like a child and quit spamming the family group chats. Her words, not mine. At this point, I'm putting the drama behind me. Almost everyone in the family has reassured me that I did nothing wrong, so I'm moving forward with a clear conscience. Thank you again to everyone who helps me see the situation clearly. I truly appreciate it. And that is the end. Amazing.
Easy money.
Happy ending. Everyone is on OP's side. Lovely, lovely.
We love to see it.
But that is the end of the story.